from when I started our program, I had 2 dental practices. I'm about to acquire my sixth, and it's been,
Let's go.
what has it been, like 3 or 4 months since
Yeah.
you and I started working together.
Yeah.
Um, and I got the fund launched, which has been requiring a ton of energy and focus, which I was afraid I wouldn't be able to put in
Hmm.
um, if I didn't really figure out how to be more effective with my time and have better systems in place
Yeah.
for my life. And it was an amazing investment in myself to be able to confidently get to this place in these different parts of my career,
Hmm.
which I can't confidently say that I would have gotten here had I not, went through the program at the perfect time.
All right. Excited to dive into this one today. I've got a client interview with my client, Cassidy. Cassidy, thanks for jumping on today, man.
Hey, I'm so grateful to be here with you, man. I'm excited to, speak with you about my experiences over the past few months. It's been awesome.
Let's do it, man. Yeah, it's been super fun working with you. And like we talked about, really the goal for today, hear about your story and going through the program and the process in the hopes that somebody who's like in your shoes can like really resonate. So, kind of first thing is tell us, who are you? What do you do? Where do you live? Tell us about your family. We'll just start right there.
Yeah, so Cassidy Reader, I live in Arizona. I am a dadpreneur,
There we go.
driven
Yeah.
dadpreneur. And so I'm 31 years old. I'm a dentist. This coming May, I'll have been a dentist for 3 years now. I purchased my first dental practice um, last year, about 12 months ago now.
Mm.
And I'm a father, obviously, and a husband. I've got a 1-year-old son and an incredible wife, and just a normal guy.
Yeah. And you also got the fund too.
Oh, that's
And
right. Yes,
it,
that's right. I have a healthcare real estate fund as well. So a few projects.
few things going on. And so, yeah, we'll get into all of that. But like, what was it? Actually, let me just ask you, how did you like hear about me and Driven Dadpreneur in the first
Yeah.
place?
So I think my Instagram algorithm ended up doing probably the best thing for me that it's ever done.
Mm.
And it ended up putting one of your reels in front of me during a doom scroll sesh, and and just kind of rocked my world. It was back, I think, in October
Yeah.
of 2025, and I was in this unique position where I had just acquired my second dental practice, and I was thinking about launching this real estate fund with my partners. And really, I was in a position of incredible opportunity and growth. I mean, I had worked really hard to get a couple of opportunities in my lap, and the issue I was running into at that time when I watched your reel was was afraid. I was afraid that I was going to squander these opportunities. I was afraid that I wasn't capable of taking advantage of the incredible growth that was mine to be had. I just had to be even more dedicated and focused and, you know, laser driven, right, than
Yeah.
ever. And the thought of that was intimidating because I felt like I didn't have the systems in my life. I felt like I was already drowning in what I had on my plate as is, between being a business owner, between being a father and a husband. Um, and so you're holding your baby daughter, and you were just speaking out to the dads who were
Yeah.
business owners and were asking, like, how do you feel?
Yeah.
Like, I bet it's tough. I
Yeah.
bet
It
I
sounds like
bet
I
it's
was like
hard.
speaking directly to you in that place because I
It
remember you
was.
said you weren't burnt out, but you were just kind of at your capacity of what you were
Hmm.
capable of with your current systems because you had the dentistry, you had your dental practices
Hmm.
growing, and then you had
Hmm.
this amazing opportunity with the fund.
Hmm.
And it sounds like you just didn't feel like you had the systems in place to really capitalize on that. How
Correct.
was all of that like impacting you, like mindset wise, or how is it impacting you at home?
So are you saying before?
Yeah, before like in that
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
Yeah, it was discouraging because I have this vision for my life and for my family's life,
Hmm.
and just how I was living at that time, it wasn't conducive to the type of lifestyle that I was hoping to achieve for myself and my loved ones.
Hmm.
And I had tried a lot of systems, like I'm not, I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily a dumb person. Like I
Yeah. Yeah.
realized that there were systems missing in my life. I realized that there were things that I could be doing better. And I would try one thing and it fizzle out. I would try another and it just wouldn't work out. And I just couldn't keep the consistency. I couldn't keep um stay accountable
Mm,
for long periods of time. And also I just don't think that the systems that I had were really that great.
mm,
And so that had impacted my ability to, in my opinion, take full advantage and to achieve further greatness and results in my professional life. But also, it really, I felt like was impacting my ability to be the type of husband that I was wanting to be, the type of father.
hmm.
Um, I felt like there was room for improvement in all of those arenas because
Yeah.
in reality my why, my vision was to, from the very beginning, even before I met you, was to provide an incredible life for my loved ones, my wife and my son first
Yeah.
and foremost. And um I really wanted to excel in those responsibilities at home,
Yeah.
um and prioritize those responsibilities as a husband and father.
Hmm.
But I also needed to make sure that I was doing all I could on my professional side to be providing that quality of life aside from time spent with my loved ones,
Yeah.
for them. And so yeah, everything that I was trying to accomplish and was for them. But I felt like because of my stress and struggle on the business side, it was pulling my mental capacity away from where I felt like it was needed most, which was at home. And so I really wanted to create a system that allowed me to excel
Yeah.
in those at-home responsibilities as well as in my career. So that's kind of where my
Yeah.
priority was.
Yeah, and that's like the tension that I see all the time because you've got your opportunity and your business is growing, but then you also got your young family where you just want to be present, and it feels like this like tension between all of that, between your wife,
Hmm.
your kids, your business, and like taking care of yourself. And so
Hmm.
that's why we just try and really optimize you, because you're in the middle of it.
Hmm.
So once you got started with the coaching and with the program and the systems, like what were some of the most helpful aspects that helped you?
Yeah. So I would say some of the most helpful aspects for me, especially starting out, um, was a weekly point of contact with somebody who was helping me stay accountable
Yeah.
to, you know, goals and to a mission. I've never really had that,
Hmm.
at least not for a long time. I don't know, like someone who knew my story was just as invested, right, in me, and someone who I could speak to about things that I didn't have anyone else to really talk to about. Like,
Yeah.
sure, I've got business partners, but I'm not talking to them about stuff at home.
Yeah.
Sure, I've got a wife, but I'm not going into all these insane details on my business side.
Yeah.
Um, so I didn't really have somebody like that. So, you being that person was awesome. And then, in addition to that, those first few weeks where we mapped out what a good system would look like for me individually,
Yeah.
as far as, you know, going into all of the important goal setting
Yeah.
components, you know, starting on a daily, then
Yeah.
moving to what a weekly looks like, moving to what a monthly looks like, to a quarterly, to an annually, and
Yeah.
then breaking everything down so that you know what it needs to happen on a
Yeah.
day-to-day basis. And that was something that I had really struggled with up until, this program, was being able to look far ahead and then breaking down into manageable, palatable, bite-sized pieces
Mhm.
on a daily basis how to get there, and then
Yeah.
tracking those results week over week. And then so that has been, a really big game changer for me, to understand how to do those kinds of things.
Yeah. So just like breaking down what an ideal day looks like, expanding that out to a week, to a quarter, to a year, so that you
Mhm.
have the vision. Because I know that you had like the vision, and we actually started really long term and worked
Mhm.
backwards from that.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I remember that was really helpful for you.
Well, and I
What?
wanna mention one more thing.
Yeah.
None of that, like, all of that was helpful, right?
Yeah.
But before I could effectively execute on those things, I had to work through some limiting beliefs. I had to
Yeah.
work through some blockades mentally,
Yeah.
that were impacting my ability to really not self-sabotage anymore.
Yeah.
And so there were components of the program, and you working with me on a weekly basis, me doing my homework in preparation for the meetings, me doing the exercises to figure out what some limiting beliefs were, how I was maybe self-sabotaging, and how to overcome those. And I remember a lot of those programs being profoundly impactful because I didn't realize a lot of the things that were going on in my brain.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of the hurdles I had to overcome to help me gain that confidence, to help me gain that clarity of like, okay,
Yeah.
this is a behavior that is impacting my ability to reach these goals and to become this person that I want to become. And realizing, oh, there goes that thought, there goes that saboteur in my brain saying this or that, and
Yeah.
recognizing that and being able to suppress or overcome those emotions or thoughts to help me continue down my path to success. So all of that in combination with,
Hmm.
the goal setting, with the achievement on a daily, weekly, monthly, everything basis,
Yeah.
all starts from that foundation. And
Yeah.
so I feel like a lot of guys out there, they may feel like it's just a bunch of woo woo. Like you just gotta be strong. You just gotta, toughen up and get over it, and just grind and just go for it.
Yeah.
I don't need to deal with whatever I've got going on in my head,
Hmm.
but it's completely the opposite, because what's going on in your head is the foundation
Yeah.
for everything you're able to achieve.
Yeah, because I remember you had some pretty big shifts when we started to map out like where do you want to be 10 years from now? Who do you need to become 10 years from now? And how can you start acting like that version of you today? And then
Mhm.
it was really the combination of the identity and the daily execution where you just like really came out of the gates hot. And you have been so consistent like from the very beginning. And I think that's where
Mhm.
you've been able to make such like drastic leaps. So,
Yeah.
yeah, can you talk about like once we put a lot of those things in place, like what were
Mhm.
some of the results that came from you starting and like where are you at now compared to where you were when you
Yeah.
started?
So right now I am in a place of, I would say, pretty close to maximum efficiency. I,
Hmm.
have identified a lot of the places in my life where was wasting time,
Yeah.
where I was identifying ways that I could be more efficient with, my time.
Yeah.
And, you helped me work through my daily.
Mhm.
in my weekly to figure out where those places were. Because a lot of people are like, I don't have extra time. I don't
Yeah.
got the time. That was one of my limiting beliefs. That was one of the things like preventing me from making my progress was I was just saying, I don't got the time. I don't got the
Yeah.
time. And here I was wasting who knows how much time just
Yeah.
on my phone,
Yeah.
doom scrolling or looking at something for a dopamine hit, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like I haven't, and this might not be what everyone's looking to do. I haven't touched my social media. I haven't touched YouTube in weeks,
Mhm.
and that was a place where I was wasting a lot of time.
Yeah.
That's a place where my brain would go for a dopamine hit in
Yeah.
my stressful day.
Mm.
It's like, oh, something just happened and that sucked, and I just want to disassociate. I need to go get some quick dopamine real quick. Okay, let's pull up the reels just for 5 minutes, turns into 10, 15,
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
it interrupts your whole day. It interrupts your thought processes for whatever you were working on. Anyway, that just was a little piece that has also made a big difference for me is that right there. But yeah, so that's the place that I'm in right now, and it's helped
Mhm.
me make a lot of I would say, yeah, a ton of progress on a lot of my goals and projects I've been working on.
Yeah.
Um, you know, from when I started our program, I had two dental practices. I'm about to acquire my sixth, and it's been
Let's go.
what has it been like 3 or 4 months since
Yeah.
you and I started working together.
Yeah.
Um, and I got the fund launched, which has been requiring a ton of energy and focus, which I was afraid I wouldn't be able to put in
Mhm.
um, if I didn't really figure out how to be more effective with my time and have better systems in place
Yeah.
for my life. And it was an amazing investment in myself to be able to confidently get to this place in these different parts of my career,
Mhm.
which I can't confidently say that I would have gotten here had I not, went through the program at the perfect time. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy. Like it really is kind of like a quantum leap going from, one to two to six practices while still
Hmm.
doing dentistry full time while launching this real estate fund.
Hmm.
Like it is just an astronomical amount of work, and it's because you really got clear on who do you need to be,
Hmm.
put systems in place, stopped wasting time, and started focusing on like high leverage things. And it's
It's
you
true.
and it's really how can you talk to me about how has it changed how you're showing up as a husband or a dad too?
I was about to get into that. So, I would say, my relationship with my wife, with my son, it's never been stronger. I've identified a lot of opportunity to improve communication with my wife,
Hmm.
I would say part of the goals that I've created with you, I first went to her and I was like, how do these sound?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm doing this for you, right, honey? Like, I want you to chime in on some of these goals and habits that I'm trying to set. Like, what would you like to see more
Hmm.
out of me? And she was like, oh, well, I'd like this or that. Like, I'm like, great. Okay, well,
Let's do it.
consider it done.
Yeah.
And so I would like to think, and she has expressed, that feeling prioritized and feeling like I'm more present
Hmm.
has been a game changer. And I would say the reason why I've been able to be more present are not only because of the different mental exercises that your program helped me go through, but also because I feel like I'm making more progress and I'm more efficient with my time when it's time to work.
Yeah.
And therefore, when it's time to not work, I'm able to better turn that part of my brain off
Hmm.
and be more present with my family.
That's
Um,
amazing.
Spend more time with my son and more time with, more intentional time with my wife. So it's been a big piece as well.
That's so cool. So, yeah, I mean, we've kind of like touched on just the results and like in the business and the results at home, but how do you feel like you have changed as a person through this process?
Um, as a person, I would say so much has happened over the past since I started the program with you. I would say so much has happened in all senses of the word, in my career, in my personal life. Um, in the way that I've changed has been definitely more self-confidence. Have come out of everything with more confidence than I've ever had in myself before. More confidence to be this person that I was wanting to become from even before we started the program together. So I know without a shadow of a doubt now more than ever that I can become this person that I set out to be. That I am a great dad. I am a great husband. I'm a great provider. And, this working with you has helped me feel that way more than ever before.
Hmm.
And there's tons of evidence to support it. And that's
Yeah.
another exercise. And so that person that I'm now, I would say is just a happier, more confident, more bright-eyed
Yeah.
uh,
How does that
person than before.
how does that feel? Because before you had the vision, but you maybe weren't living up to it. Now
Mhm.
you have the confidence that you are that version of you. So how does that feel?
It's crazy. It's to think that this much progress could happen this quickly
Yeah.
was is very surprising, but also very motivating.
Yeah.
Like if I could come this far in just a few months, like where will I be by this time next year? In
Yeah.
5 years. Um, and I've got goals, and I'll tell you I'll be hitting them. But um, yeah, it's really really great to see for sure.
Yeah, I think it's just a huge testament to you because from the very beginning, you came in committed, you came in hungry, and you have been super consistent and you've taken massive action from the very beginning. And that's
Thank
why
you.
you've been able to like make such drastic changes. And then like I mean
Hmm.
that.
Thank you.
And
And I'll
uh,
I'll say that to anybody. That's my one piece of advice
oh yeah, what's the
is
one piece of
to
advice?
take this seriously and to not, I mean, if you're going to be investing in yourself, right? Like I would sure hope you're taking this seriously, but
Yeah.
that's made the biggest difference. As I was humble, I felt like I came at this from a place of, contrite spirit, right? Broken heart and contrite spirit, if we're getting religious. But
Yeah.
I just felt like I've got so much I could learn.
Hmm.
I feel like I don't know anything. Like I'm an open book.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna try and throw out all of these egotistical types of thoughts. Like, oh, like I know more or I know better. I've tried all these things. Nothing works. What could be different
Yeah.
here? Like I came at it from a place of humility, trying to absorb its full benefit
Yeah.
and tried to be moldable, right?
Yeah.
And work as hard as I can at every single exercise. I put a lot of time into all these exercises. Like I
It
woke
shows.
up at 5 in the morning. I woke up at 4:30 to do the exercises and to put the time in and to be like, okay, let's really figure out what is going on here and in my head and how I can come out on top. And if there's any room for improvement, I'm going to find it. And so that's what I would recommend.
I think that's great advice. And it again, it just like you were so committed. And I love that you're looking back in just 3 months, going from, 2 to 6 and launching this fund.
Hmm.
And just playing that out, if you maintain this commitment in a scalable way, where will you be another 3 months, another year, another three
I'll
years,
tell
another
you.
5 years, another 10 years? Yeah. Like, and we know because you've mapped out the vision,
Yep,
but that's the compounding effect that is really astronomical. And so I just want to
thank
say,
you.
man, it's been so fun working with you. I'm pumped that we got to actually meet up last week when I was in Arizona
I
in
know.
person. So it's cool that we were able to link up, and just want to say thank you for being such a great like kind of partner through this.
Of course, man. It's been my pleasure. It's been awesome getting to meet you and see you in person.
Absolutely.
And it's yeah, been an incredible experience, and I would recommend anyone who's thinking that, they could benefit from these types of things to give it a go and go all in.
Awesome, man. So, for anybody who's listening to this or watching it, if you've resonated with Cassidy's story, if you're in that place where you are a business owner and it's growing and you see an opportunity, but you're feeling kind of stretched thin, you feel like you maybe are missing out on potential growth opportunities, you want to be a great dad, you want to be a great husband, send me a message or click the link down below. Would love to talk to you about how I can support you with the systems that we use. So, Cassidy, you're the man. Thanks again.
All right, thank you.